So Luke, last time we spoke, we were preparing for Yeovil coming to us in the FA Trophy. That was subsequently cancelled. Since then, our Boxing Day game at home to Barnet was also postponed for coronavirus. It would have been 16 days since our last game. Once Wealdstone comes about, I bet the players are itching to get back out there and playing.
You can feel it in the sessions. Gutted that they obviously can't face a Boxing Day game. Obviously went down to the Hive last year and it got called off on the day, but the preparation was there. We've prepared properly, brought them in prior to Yeovil to prepare for Yeovil. That gets called off late on the Wednesday afternoon. We train that evening, we train again Christmas Eve, we trained again today, Boxing Day, and you can feel it in them that they're itching for a game of football. And in fairness, we haven't got long to wait. We've got Wealdstone in terms of the 28th, so we'll prepare again tomorrow. We've done a little bit of work on how they set up and how they go about their business. I got the luxury of watching the Maidenhead Wealdstone game today, so we get a little bit more fine tuning in terms of how we need to go about our game plan. But yeah, the boys are itching to play a game of football.
When you look at things, and as a club, we're trying to make a mount for the playoffs. Games are coming thick and fast, but we're obviously haven't played in 16 days coming about the Wealdstone game that you allude to. Is there a sense of frustration that you want to get these games played and get some points on the board?
The problem we got is things that we can't control. Uncertainty. Everyone loves certainty. The uncertainty of you're playing on a Tuesday evening against Yeovil, for them to then bring up the fact that they've got 2 cases or lads with symptoms, so then it moves to the Wednesday evening. The uncertainty, and I know I spoke to Charlie at length about it throughout the day. We're trying to work out and be proactive if it was to be postponed. And yeah, you're losing games thick and fast. The beautiful thing about the Yeovil game is we got the walkover, which was nice. The fact that we lose the Barnet game, it gets put into the schedule later on down the line. We're on a run, we're on a roll at the minute. We've won 5 games out of 5, and you want to continue that run, and playing games of football aids that. But I flip it and go, we've got 3 of our personnel back. We're going to Wealdstone full strength. So in terms of that, that's been a positive. And we've got a squad now that we can have the luxury of doing our work today, doing our work tomorrow, and we go there a little bit fresher than what we would have done if we was playing Barnet today. So for me, I have to look at the positives. It'll be a great December if we can finish off against Wealdstone and Barnet with 2 positive results, and then, like you say, gear up to the Millwall game in terms of on the 9th.
So you look at our form, and let's take Altrincham out of the equation, and you look at some of the results we've got, whether it be a draw away at Torquay, a draw at Bromley, a victory against Notts County and a victory against Hartlepool, all sides in the top 5 of the division. Wealdstone have had a great start to the season. They're 7th in the league as it stands prior to today's game. Are these the types of games that the players thrive in?
Yeah, I think there's a mentality change. There's been a sea change for the boys. I think that there's a consistency that's creeping in a good manner. We'll obviously go to the Torquays, and I felt that we should have won a game of football. I felt against Bromley was a very good away day. We had to be strong. We had to withstand a lot of their pressure, and we come away with a point. I thought we thoroughly deserved to beat Hartlepool, thoroughly deserved to beat Notts County. Wealdstone are no mugs. He plays a certain brand of football. Dean Brennan, he's played it at Hemel, he's played it at Billericay, he's played it at Kingstonian, and he's getting the fruits of his labour at Wealdstone after having a bit of continuity in their team that won the league last year. They have their chinks, as do we. They have their strengths, as do we. We need to continue doing what we're doing. If we play to the level we did against Hartlepool, Notts County, and all the shotting spells, I think that we go there and we put on a performance and get a result on the day. And we understand that they score goals, 22 goals in 14 games in the league, but they concede goals, which is 26 against. And he has a way of playing. He's very attractive and open, and we need to ensure that we're disciplined when they're in possession of the football, and when we turn it over, we're productive and we're positive in getting goals against their defence. So for me, yeah, going to be a tough test. It's away at their place. Probably does a favour that there ain't no fans, because I know they're quite relentless watching them in recent years, going to do scout reports on them or their players. So yeah, no, I think that we go there full of confidence and ensure that we put on a performance to get the result.
So I've got those stats in front of me that you mentioned. The 22 goals scored, which is the 6th most in the division, whereas they've conceded 26, which is the 3rd most conceded in the division. So you look and you'd argue that they play an expansive game of football. Is that where you're looking to sort of take advantage?
I've watched 3 of their games, and I watched Maidenhead again today. They have a left side centre half that does overlaps, so that's their sort of manner. They have fullbacks that play like wide boys. Their wide boys collapse in and play high up alongside their striker. They're very expansive in midfield. They turn the ball over. That's why they scored 22 goals. But flip that's why they conceded 26. But that's how he's played, and he's 7th in the National League. So who am I to say that it's right or wrong? He has a manner. Jerome Makimo likes to defend 1v1 scenarios well. Michael Phillips, right side centre half, defends 1v1 scenarios quite well. He has Jacob Mendy at left back and Michael Eketi at right back that play very offensive and high up. We've got a game plan. We need to implement that. If we implement it, I think we can cause them problems. They're never out of a game of football. Look at Sutton, went 3-0 up in the first half. Eastleigh went 3-0 up in the first half. They pull back Sutton to go 4-3, and then Craig Eastman levels in the 95th minute, and then they pull back a 4-3 as recent as the trophy game against Eastleigh. So they're never not out of a game of football. They have a very good confidence, a belief to play the manner in which he wants them to play. But we need to ensure we're doing our job. No disrespect, I've touched on them today, and in terms of what they bring and how good they are at what they do, and we've got a game plan that we need to ensure that we deliver on. And like I said, we'll get chances. If we're defensively strong and well drilled and organised out of possession, we will create chances on Monday.
So this will be our last game of 2020, and in the main it's COVID that have taken the headlines. When you reflect on that year as a whole, what do you think back on in regards to positives, and how proud are you of this football club, of how it's dealt with 2020 as a whole?
Yeah, I've got chills then, I've got to be honest. 2020 as a whole was, for me, I thought we was the most proactive out of the National League. I remember playing Torquay here, I'm going to say Friday the 13th we pulled it, and people were going, what's going on here? But the chairman for me was very proactive, was front foot, and I believe a week to 10 days later the whole country was on lockdown. The togetherness we showed as a club, the unity, the respect I have for the chairman, for what he done for this football club, for the staff, the players, my family, the staff's family, the players' family, to ensure that their wages were paid, their bills were paid, and there was no uncertainty, which no one likes. And to do it in the manner in which he done it was fantastic. And to continue what he's done up until this day and see the level of care, attention that he's put into the place to ensure the safety of his staff and players has been second to none. So yeah, I have to credit the man for that, because I come to work, I feel safe. These players know they come to work, they feel safe. I think that the players are repaying him to an extent, and they have to, because like I said, there's other clubs in the National League that went 80% and unfortunately going on furlough, and that's to their domain and that's to their sort of decisions. But for me, what the man done was a credit. A highlight was Halifax, never had a moment. Reedy scoring that goal from a corner. Highlight was Southend, never had a moment. Highlight was Canvey, never had a moment. And it's upsetting that we didn't have them 3 moments with the fans, because it was a tough time for everyone. Forget football, no disrespect to football, people are losing their lives on a daily basis. And Christmas yesterday, I spent it with my family, which I adore, but we've had to sort of evolve and not go around the mother-in-laws and see all the family. And I'm probably one of the lucky ones that I've got my wife and my 2 kids. People have probably spent their days alone, and that's not a nice highlight. That's horrible. And to not have their moments as a community, as a club, and to share that, especially in the Halifax, Southend and Canvey moments, is tough. But reflection, are we out of it? No. It's been a lot better doing it with with people you care about. I have to say that as a group of people in here, the day-to-day staff and the man at the helm being the chairman, yeah, 2020's been tough, been horrible, but there's light at the end of the tunnel, and I honestly believe that. I think that we can have a really positive season this year, and hopefully come Feb, March, the vaccine's been wheeled out and there's a lot more opportunity for people to come and share the moments with us, and if we can do that in 2021, let's hope it can be a proper good year, and we start that against Barnet on the 2nd, and let's not look back. On behalf of everyone at Boreham Football Club, I want to wish the Wood Army a safe, happy and healthy new year.